Mike Myers' face after Kanye said,
"Read my lips."
I'm not
black, I'm OJ.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Change has come to America.
Okay.
New taxes.
9 most terrifying words in the English language are,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
I have a dream.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
Yes, we can.
Because I've been to the mountaintop.
Ask what you can do for your country.
I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
I'm the one who will not raise taxes.
America great again. God bless you and good night. I love you.
When I asked him, I said we are trying to get black athletes to understand they have a role in the current civil rights movement. His response was, I'm not black, I'm OJ. What they think is right, I guess they must follow their beliefs. Well, right now I don't want to be involved in it because I'm not in track. You know, I'm running track, but when it comes to Olympic time, I'll be in football, so I have no comment.
Terrible for you. No, it was great. Don't you understand? She knew that I wasn't black. She saw me as OJ.
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. Now, here's a very funny, ironic, cynical sarcasm for you on this Thursday. We're going to talk about our boy, Jay-Z. I stay on Jay-Z's neck because I grew up with Jay-Z. I grew up under Jay-Z. Jay-Z's only a few years older. So, well, not a few years. About a decade he got older. So he started with me. So he got about 10, 11 years ahead of me. Yeah, people, I'm that old. I'm about to turn 44. So let's talk about a second because this is very interesting. Here's a guy, right? He's making a whole album about about numbers because all the information they're hidden in Tesla said, understand the concept of the game is 6 and 9. You understand the this what's my motherfucking name? Jigga, who I'm rolling with, my nigga. We're gonna talk about Jay-Z real quick, cause he's the top dog. He's the top. Hello. He's the top cat. You know, he's the top black cat. So from what I understand, Jay-Z was making this documentary. The story of OJ, right? This nigga a lot. He's talking about the story of OJ, right? And he calls the character Jacob in reference to Sambo, you know, that nigga, a nigger in the true sense of the word nigga. So Jay-Z in this entire thing, he's ironically criticizing Odell James Simpson, also known as O.J. Simpson. That's right, folks, O.J. He's calling out O.J., but how dare you, Jay? What nerves? You have some serious nerves to be calling out O.J. when, Jay, you are the character, you are the new O.J. Simpson. That's right, I said it. Jay-Z is the new O.J. Simpson. Why? Because according to Jay-Z, his criticism of O.J. stems from, you know, the 70s, the late 60s, the 70s, when O.J. was not even an NFL star, but O.J. was on his way of becoming a household name. And I understand that a lot of the athletes, so-called celebrities of that time, they didn't want to be associated with the so-called civil rights movement. They didn't want to be a part of it. And because, you know, he felt, I guess, OJ, that at the time, that was going to fuck with his money, right? If you have an interest, if you have something that you feel like that's going to fuck with your paper, so in other words, OJ made that distinction. OJ realizes early on, and OJ said, well, I'm not gonna do what a lot of the other people did. I'm not gonna do what Muhammad Ali or Cassius Clay did. Cassius Clay took a stand, and Cassius was like, no, fuck it. I'm not gonna be part of this system. The system hates me. The system enslaved my ancestors. To this day, the system still oppresses me. So no, I'm not gonna fuck with this system. And Muhammad Ali lost everything, you know. But that's the conscious choice you make in this matrix. It's two choices. Either you're going to be part of it, or you're just gonna remove yourself from it. I had to make that choice, and I guess every black man. Don't think I don't understand. I get it. I get where OJ was coming from. I get where Muhammad Ali was coming from. I get where Jay-Z was coming from. The only problem I have with Jay-Z is the fact that Jay-Z's being a big old fucking hypocrite. And I'm going to explain why. Basically, OJ said, look, man, I'm going to get this money. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be famous. And in order for me to do so, I'm going to distance myself from this black thing. That's what OJ did. My problem with that train of thought is that, well, but when you got into trouble, when you got into shit with the system, you came back to black, right? You come back to black because you come from the blackness. So you born in the darkness, you die by the blackness, baby. That's how it goes. OJ didn't want to be associated with blackness. He felt like these niggas over there, those are niggas, and I'm not one of them. That's what OJ said. It was very disrespectful. It was very disgraceful. It was very distasteful. The stands that OJ decided to take. I get it, you know. He didn't want to be part of a system which he felt like these are crab in a barrel niggas. If you go over there, you stand with these niggas, they're going to be the reason, they're going to be the cause of your downfall. That's how a lot of black people feel. A lot of black people feel like, hey, once I make it, I gotta get the fuck away. I gotta disassociate myself with these black people. Whether that's right or wrong, but that's how a lot of people, so-called black people, African Americans or Negroes, if you will, once they make it, they distance themselves. Hey, I'm from this life, I'm from this culture, I'm from this upbringing. Is very detrimental. It's very systematic, and once you're trapped in it, you get lost in the sauce. And that was OJ stance, right? But again, getting back to the point I'm making here is that that's what OJ did. Again, he made the conscious choice and said, fuck black people. That's what OJ did. So Jay-Z, coming up from under that system, under OJ, Jay-Z is pretty much trying to say, well, that's wrong. Okay? OJ was wrong to have taken that stance, because when he fell, right, when he fell from grace, they threw him out and they said, hey, fuck you, nigger. You know, you killed 2 white people. You killed a Jewish man and a blonde white woman, who, by the way, is, you know, Nicole Brown is a transgender, and so is his sister. What's the other one? Denise Brown. They're both transgenders, but that's not the point of this video. I just wanted to highlight that real quick. So anyway, Jay-Z is a hypocrite because nobody was holding you down. Nobody. This is what these people do. These people, they will have us believe that, you know, this system is unfair. So these system, the cards are stacked against black people. You know, these are the same motherfuckers on the so-called far left who wants now to teach this type of new age idealism to our children. They want to teach this critical race theory to our children. They want our children to be free thinkers. They want our children to be liberated from the system that oppresses them, but yet you're teaching them a doctrine that is just simply a satanic one, you know, a Luciferian doctrine, if you will. That's what these people want to do. And Jay-Z's no different from that. Jay-Z came from a system where he felt like, okay, I gotta sell drugs. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta get this crack. I gotta get this cocaine. Hey, in '88, I was hustling in my building, says Jay-Z, and I quote, Jay, you had to sell drugs to your people. I get it. You had to destroy your people because you felt at the time this was your only way out. Here he says it. He says it himself. Here's the clip.
I was almost, I guess I'm the opposite. I was more defiant to the system, right? That's how you end up hustling. Like, you know, you felt like you dealt an unfair hand and you use a cheat card. You know, you have to live on the other side of the law. When I came into this business, I remember telling Tata, like, man, I don't care about any of this. Like, I was who I was.
So don't sit here and tell me you're better than OJ when the stand that he took is not much different from yours. Because these niggas are out here talking about, oh, the system is oppressive, the system is oppressive. I'm not saying that it's not, but motherfucker, you made it. You made it, my nigga. What is stopping you right now? What is holding you from buying land, from buying a whole entire fucking country? Sean Carter, Jay-Z, Slim. What's stopping you, Jigga? Jay-Z is living this illusion, and all these black boule niggas, sellouts. Once I say boule, I'm talking about straight up sellout. You're Martin Luther King, and from what I understand now, even Malcolm X took that oath. Malcolm X was fooling us. He was just on the polar opposite side of things. He was the the antithesis. Is that the right word? He was the other side of Dr. King. So if you're gonna have a hero, you're gonna have a villain. So white America in the 1960s needed a black villain, so they pumped up Malcolm X. Malcolm X was just a prop to show you how beautiful and how holy and how saintly Martin Luther King Jr. was. That's all that was. So Malcolm X was used. What is stopping these niggas? Yes, niggas. I call them niggas because they're still enslaved inside. These niggas are still psychologically enslaved. Nobody's holding you, Jay-Z. Nobody's telling Jay-Z he can't buy her whole fucking country. Stop blaming the system. Stop saying the system is oppressive. Stop saying, oh, I had to sell drugs. Stop condoning, stop justifying the dirt, the shit that you did, and point the finger on white America and say, yeah, well, white America never gave me nothing. But let's talk about how you made it. You made it. Jay-Z, you make money in your fucking sleep, dude. And by the way, a lot of people are gonna hear this. A lot of people are gonna say, well, this nigga Ra is hating. You a hater. You hate on everybody who's successful. Nigga, shut the fuck up. I'm just showing you the hypocrisy of these so-called rich, fucking wealthy, fucking black people. Look at Shaquille O'Neal's house. Look at the house that Shaquille O'Neal, look at the house that Shaq just sold in South Florida. $16.5 million, which is a drop in a bucket for Shaq. A drop in the motherfucking bucket. You just sold an entire villa for under 20 million, Shaq. Look at this house. Look at the interior of this house. Look at the exterior of this house. A 16, what is it? I gotta look back at the article. A 16 car showroom. 16 car showroom. Do you understand how many people you can house? You can shelter inside that fucking house? It's not even a house. It's a fucking kingdom. So what are you complaining about? Jay-Z? What are you complaining about, Shaquille? Michael B. Jordan? What's the other nigga that was on there talking shit? Chris Rock? Chris Rock told about, oh yeah, well, my mother, just not my great-grandmother, my mother had to go to a vet and hide in a vet in order for her to pull her teeth. How have you made things different? I'm waiting. How have you made things different for the future generation, Chris? Oh, well, I donate to charity. That money never goes to the people who need that shit. So shut the fuck up with your charity. I donate. That's what they throw at you. I donate. I donate through these white liberal foundations. When that money goes back and funds other things that goes against our people. So at the end of the day, you ain't doing shit. That little 2 million you donated last year, that 5 million you donated this year after you raked in 20, 30, 50 billion, that money's not going underground to the people who need it the most. Look at your houses, niggas. As big a motherfucker as Shaquille O'Neal is, his big ass could fit in that mansion 100 million times over. And that is disgraceful. That is despicable. That is disgusting. 16.5 million for that villa. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's not even a house. It's not even a mansion. It's a motherfucking villa. It's its own fucking country. This nigga could start a whole fucking government. He could start a police force. He could start a military and call it Shaq country and call it Shaquilleville. And here you are telling people, oh, well, you know, we're disenfranchised. We can't vote. America still hate us. And nigga, your bank account got fucking money enough to provide for the next 20, 30, 50 generations to come. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. But this is what these niggas want you to believe. I made it, but I still can't maneuver through America because America is a racist country. America is a racist system. But then America just threw $100 million at you last year. How much did you make last year? How much did you make the year before that? According to Shaquille O'Neal, he hasn't spent a dime out of his NBA contracts. Now, mind you, Shaquille O'Neal has been in the NBA since 1992, people. Since 1992. Do the math. It's almost 2022. That's 30 years. 30 years. For 30 years, Shaquille O'Neal every single year has made multi-million dollars in the NBA. And according to him, he has yet to spend a dime of that money. The only money Shaquille O'Neal spends is his endorsement money. His money with Papa John's, his money with Reebok sneakers, his commercials, all these commercials, endorsements. So you can imagine, you can only imagine how wealthy Shaquille O'Neal is. You can imagine how filthy rich Sean Carter Jay-Z is. You're not black, you're Jay-Z. Don't try to pull this motherfucking veil over our head telling us we can't make it because the system is racist. Because America is racist. That is hogwash. That is bullshit. That is horse crap. That is horse manure, Jay. That's what you're selling to us now. That's what you're selling to the babies. You're telling the babies they can't make it because the system has the cards stacked against us. Am I saying it's not? It is, but don't sell me this illusion and telling me that in order for you to make it, you can't really make it because the system is against you. The system is... How is the system oppressive to you now, Jay-Z? You don't have to be white, Jay. You don't have to be anything else but Jay-Z. You don't have to be black if you don't want to, Jay. You can be Jay-Z anywhere you go around the world. You don't even have to pay your way, Jay. Just your name alone. Just by your facial recognition, Jay. So get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, Jay. You're full of it. You're the new OJ. That's right, J-Bo. Sitting here criticizing OJ when you're literally the new OJ Simpson. You're no different. So anyway, I just wanted to point this out, man. Like, when these niggas talk all this bullshit, all this nonsense, it's to make you think that, oh, well, you made it, they made it, you can't make it, because why not? I have to sell out like you did. I have to do a blood ritual. I have to spirit cook. I have to put my head with Marina Abramovich's head and do a mixture of breast milk, semen, and menstrual period, and God knows what else in a cocktail, and mix those things and drink it, and do a spell and say, yeah, I want $100 million next year. And then those dark forces within that mixture comes together, and then the spirits that is evoked from those mixes, from those fluids, and then the people, the heartbeats that were suddenly stopped and taken away from that soul individual, that soul that was removed from that sacrifice, goes into the higher realms and makes those fluids come into fruition. If that's what I have to do to make it, Jay-Z, I don't want to make it. If I have to sell crack, if I have to sell this beast to my people to destroy their minds in order for me to make $1, I don't want to make it. I don't want to be Jay-Z. I don't want to be Sean Carter. I don't want to be Iceberg Slim. I don't want to be Jigga. I don't want it. And I've had plenty of opportunities to make it. But I turned around. I said, no, thank you. I have a soul to preserve. I have this fire that's burning inside my soul. And I said, no, this fire can't be stopped, can't be dimmed. I'd rather struggle through this system. I'd rather struggle through this matrix. I'd rather struggle through the two paths and navigate myself so I could be righteous. So that way when I exit from this realm, I could look back at myself and I could say, yeah, man, you did it, man, through righteous steps. I don't have to be the new Jay-Z. I don't have to be the new OJ. I don't have to be none of you sellout niggas. Could be me. Righteous. Righteous I came and righteous I leave. Happy Thursday. Peace.